People power, our power. Now cool down and relax as I conclude the citation. The closest we have come to knowing what really happened to Kibarama was 7 months ago when the regime's Prime Minister, the Honorable Robin Anabanja, took responsibility for his abduction. She claimed that Kibarama was a hardcore criminal who had been murdering policemen. Until his abduction, Kibarama was mobilizing support for his intended bid to represent the people of Busiro North in the parliament, a constituency represented at the time by the Honorable Dennis Sozi Kalabuzi, who was also the junior minister for Luero Triangle. Kibarama is also part of a long asana on 1st December 2020. 10. Wangolo Shafik. Wangolo Shafik was abducted from Nasana on 3rd December 2020. 11. Zimuna Dennis, abducted from Nasana on 25th November 2020. 12. Luemba Mustafa, abducted from Nasana on 19th November 2020. 13. Mubiru Hassan, abducted from Kawala on 20th November 2020. 14. Sesazi Isma, abducted from Makindia on 19th November 2020. 15. Kisembo Godfrey. Kisembo was abducted from Mubende town on 12th February 2021. George Kasumba, abducted from Chotra on 19th January 2021. And Baguma Joseph, abducted from Chevando in December 2020. Now next to Kibarama behind there is Comrade Rita Nabukenya. Comrade Rita Nabukenya on the morning of 24th February 2020 was pursued and ran over by a police patrol truck in Nakawa as she traveled on a motorcycle. She was rushing to attend a consultation meeting organized by President Chagulanyi at Popopo Memorial Center in Rubaga. Eyewitnesses stated that once the police officers realized Rita still alive, they reversed the truck and ran over her again until they were sure she was dead before speeding away from the scene. While this incident happened right under the watch of police CCTV cameras, the police spokesperson claimed that the particular camera was faulty that day, so they could not retrieve any footage to identify the soldiers responsible for Rita's death. Rita left behind 2 daughters, the oldest of whom is now about 10 years of age. Until her death, she was a presenter on Olujiliro TV, one of the popular online media outlets, a platform she was using to mobilize fellow women and oppressed youth to get national IDs in preparation for the 2021 presidential election. We laid her to rest in Chivoka district on 25th February 2020. Francis Kibarama Senteza, fondly known as Frank, is the face that is painted at the extreme right, just behind there on the wall. Frank was about 26 years of age when a military police patrol truck, registration number AG4DF 2382 deliberately ran over him at Busega roundabout, and the occupants on the military truck, police truck, just continued as if nothing had happened. Frank, a bodyguard to our president, was knocked dead on 27th of December 2020 as he tried to clear the way for the president's campaign team that was rushing journalist Ashraf Kasirye to hospital. Ashraf Kasirye had been shot in the head while recovering President Kyagulanyi as he traveled from Masaka for a campaign meeting. Like many other youths disgruntled with how our country is being run, Frank had just left his job he was doing as a carpenter in Iwaise and committed his full time to the struggle. We buried him at Kiroza village in Masaka. The four comrades on that wall like many other disgruntled, that one I was done. The four comrades on that wall represent thousands of others who have in one way or another faced the wrath of Mr. Museveni's regime for identifying with President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, who is challenging his grip on power. Journalist Ashraf Kasirye and the producer Danny Magic are living examples of the many failed attempts at President Kyagulanyi's life, as both have in the past been shot with projectiles aimed at them. The plight of the victims I have mentioned here, in addition to those whose names Museveni must be ready for. Mr. Museveni might consider Yasin, might consider Rita, Frank, Danny Cheyune, Hakim Sekama, and Charles Mutiable, and many other departed comrades as mere statistics in his long aluta continua. I would like you to substitute the clapping with the raising.
Speak to the people. Your Excellency, I take this moment and honor to invite Honorable Jole Mugisha, our Deputy President for the Western Region, to speak to you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the First Lady, our invited guests, our distinguished guests, members of Parliament, all the leaders and the Nook family, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bring in a very happy moment because, as you very well know, in life we have sunshine, then the next day there is rain, and that's how life is all about. Your Excellency, dear guests, at this juncture, allow me to introduce to you our guest speaker this afternoon. Your Excellency, our guest speaker is a dedicated activist. He is a symbol of perseverance in our struggle against Mr. Museveni's dictatorship and oppression. He's vocal, he's fearless, and he's a very, very good advocate for the rule of law, democracy, human rights, and good governance in Uganda. The man in whose deviant steps we are all walking. The man who has, for the most part of his life, sacrificed his life, his wealth, his dignity, his health, and comfort to the service of our nation. The man has been arrested very many times and has been subjected to all manner of torture and humiliation. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, allow me to invite the epitome of the political struggle in Uganda, a dedicated nationalist, none other than the retired Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye. Welcome him with a very loud shout. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome, Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye.
Mr. President. The First Lady, the Right Honorable, the Leader of Opposition in Parliament, Your Worship, the Lord Mayor of the capital city of Kampala, the Honorable Members of Parliament who are here, the leadership of the National Unity Platform, all distinguished invited guests who are here, senior citizen, the Honorable Miriam Matembe, the one that has created this wonderful home for itself. Absolutely no doubt that what was experienced since yesterday of trying to block this ceremony was nothing but shame on the part of Mr. Museveni. And shame on him, Mr. Museveni, again. That for 37 years, coming to 40, not only leading a party they say is the ruling party, but also leading Uganda. That the party he claims to lead does not even have a kiosk to call a kiosk of the people who are unfortunate to identify and call themselves NRM surely must challenge Mr. Museveni of how they call themselves a mass party, that they can be without a home for 4 decades. And by the way, NRM grabbed a free plot, prime plot in the town near the Crested Towers, and has had that plot for 40 years without ever being able to put a brick on it. So ladies and gentlemen, we come here today to congratulate you, sir, for this achievement, and through you to congratulate the NUP activists and the people of Uganda for this achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was asked to make some remarks as we mark this great day, and here at the National Unity Platform, I thought that I should only make remarks in one respect. Nga tebakkiriza bafugi bw'abazungu batandikirawo okulwana okuzza eggwanga mu mikono gyani gyabwe. Bwe tuba tuyimba ekitiibwa kya Buganda tugamba tutukire nnyo baani abaakola ki? Baalwana nnyo okulaba nti eggwanga liddawa mu mikono gyaffe. Era tusaanye nnyo okujjukira bajjajjaffe abo abaalwana ennyo. We should remember very much those patriots who fought to return our country in the hands of our citizens. And by the way, even at that time, there were educated people and there were people who were not quite educated. The people who led the most effective struggle were not the educated, but the ordinary people led by people that, like Augustine Kamya, Ignatius Musazi. These were not Haji Busungu. These were ordinary people who led the struggle to free Uganda from the British. And after 62 years of struggle, in 1962, the British gave up and handed over Uganda back to us. Mubakubire engalo ez'amaanyi abalwa. But since 1962, no leader of Uganda has come from the decision of Ugandans to be lifted to the leadership of our country. Every leader since 1962 has bombed their way into office. Every leader has been bombed out of office. Buli akulembeddeko Uganda yaleetebwa mundu. Buli agenze yatwalibwa ki? Ekitegeeza abantu temuyina ki? Temuyina buyinza ku bukulembeze. Mundu yokka yeekola ki? Yeeyina. Mwagala byuma. omuzungu we yagenda emundu ze yali atufugisa zo zasigala nga zikola ki nga zikyatufuga n'okutuusa leero. Nawuli okumaliriza omulimu gwaba Augustine Kamya okulaba n'omwaka guno nagwo guyitewo ne bajjajjaffe kye baakola kituleme kye tukyaliko. So bassebo ne bannyabo nze message eyandeese wano njagala kubasoomooza nti omwaka guno ogw'enkaaga-mu-ebiri gwina kuba gwakyawula ntamu. Teekewo ki nsalasale, teekewo ki nsalasale nkaaga-mu-emeka kisoboka kikola ki kisobokera ddala. It's possible. It's possible. So nga sinatuula ekyo nga nkibawadde, njagala njogere katono ku ngeri ki gye kisoboka, kinaasoboka kitya. Nsuubira nti bwe guno bwe guba guli mwaka gwa nkaaga-mu-ebiri ate nga gwe gusembayo bwe tuba babutaswala ku bajjajjaffe, kitegeeza nti abalinze akalulu aka 2026 abo nze sikola ki sibaliimu. Kubanga okusooka eyo wala nnyo ate nga kisoboka mu kiseera tulina. Bassebo ne bannyabo tujja kweteegamu enneeteekateeka, ngenda kukikubuulirako. Bwe kiba kyakusoboka okusooka, tulina okuwangula ebitutadde mu mbeera eno okutuusa na leero, ebikozesebwa okutuleka mu mbeera y'obusibe n'okutuusa leero. Tulina okukola ki kubiwangula. We must defeat the tools that have kept us captive up to date. And I have been telling my colleagues that there are 4 tools that have kept us captive. Waliwo ebintu ebina ebikulu ennyo ebikozesebwa okutuleka mu buwambe bwe tulimu olwaleero. Ekisooka ze mundu ziri okutiisatiisa ki? Okutiisatiisa obwongo bwaffe. Nti buli omu awangaalira mu ki? Mu kutya. Kubanga bajja kutta, kubanga bajja kutulugunya, kubanga bajja kusiba, kubanga bajja kujjako n'akatono kokola ki? Koyina. Buli omu awangaalira mu kutya. Era ly'ekkubo lyabwe erisooka eritukuumira mu mbeera ki? Eno yennyini. So bassebo ne bannyabo, njagala kusaba buli munnayuganda ayagala okubanga Uganda agiyita nsi ye, tuwangule okutya. Njagala bwe njogera ekyo, njagala mutegeere nti teri atatya. era atatya omutyanga. Buli omu akola ki? Buli omu atya. Nange wano singa kibwatuka nsobola okudduka. Buli omu akola ki? Naye tuyina okweteekamu embeera okukola kye tuyina okukola newankubadde tukola ki? Tutya. Nga tuyina okukola ekirina okukola ki? Okukolebwa. Tuyina okukikola. Era ekikuleetera okukola ky'olina okukola newankubadde otya kukkiriza. Bw'oba olina okukkiririza mu kyoyagala okukola oba otya watotya ajja kukola ki? Ojja kukikola. So tusaanye kusitula okukkiriza kwaffe kubeerewa waggulu. We must raise our faith. Faith defeats fear. We must raise our faith that yes, and of course God is on the side of justice. God is on the side of right, that by the grace of God and our action we shall regain our country. We must raise our faith. We must raise our faith. Secondly, kyetulina okuwangula ekyokubiri, eyawamba ensi yaffe yawamba bugaga bwayo era abukozesa nga bwakola ki? Nga bwayagala. Era bwawulira nti wano omukozi ebyetendo ajja kutandika kubuuza ani ebyo abikulembera, alabe oba asobola kumuwa ki? Kasente byabadde akola akole ki? Abiveeko. Bwe tuba bakufuna kye twagala tulina okuwangula sente z'omulabe. Nti ne bwazireeta bw'oba osazeewo ozirye naye oziryeera n'osigala okola kyokola ki? Naye kiba kirungi n'okuzikwatako bw'otokola ki? Bw'otozikwatako. Bassebo ne bannyabo ebintu bino mbibagamba kubanga bwe tubiteekako essira nga bwe mbagambye teri kigaana. Tetujja kutuuka gye tulaga nga tetuyise mu kubonaabona. Ekyo tebakulimba gy'ojja kubanga oweeyagala otuuke mu mirembe gy'oyagala. Tekiriyo. Ojja kuyita mu kubonaabona. Abamu mwogerako ku lutalo lwe twayitamu olw'ekinaana. Olutalo olw'ekinaana olwaleeta Museveni n'okweyagala kweyagala yasooka n'akola ki? N'abonaabona. Bannaddiini bonna kibakakatako okubanga bali ku mwanjo mu lutalo luno. Kibakakatako butereevu kubanga abasumba ba Katonda bonna baba ddoboozi lyaki? Ddoboozi ly'abantu abatalina ddoboozi. Be balina okusitula eddoboozi ery'abatalina ki? Ery'abatalina ddoboozi. So abasumba, ba bishopu, ba pasita, baani balina okubeera ku front line y'okulaba nti Uganda eddamu nefuna emirembe, bannansi ne baba bannannyini ggwanga eyuuga. Era omulimu gwaffe ogusigadde sigwe munene nnyo. Mulimu ogusigadde mwenna mulina baganda bammwe abali mu bitongole bikuumaddembe oba ebyandibadde bikuumaddembe. Bonna abali mu magye, abali mu poliisi, abaliwa nabo bennyini bali bubi mu ngeri empitirivu ennyo. Era nabo balinze ffe tubeeko kyetukola ki? Kyetukola nabo ojja kulaba nabo ekintu nga bakiyingiramu nga kikola ki? Nga kiggwa. bawanirira mwami Museveni era abamutuleetera okutulumya nejatutuuse nejetutuuse abebwera bamutaddemu ssente abamutaddemu emundu abamutaddemu ki nabo wetutuukidde wano balaba nti kino tekikyasobola kuwagirwa nabo kati bakola ki nabo kati bakisembera wala era ndowooza mwawulira World Bank gye babadde beewola nayo yataddewo ki akasumuluzo muwulira abantu babadde bagenda kusuumula mu Amerika nti bagoowa nabo wiiki eno bakoze ki kasumuluzo nako bakataddeko n'ebirala bijja kuddako ekikulaga nti n'abebweru bamaze okulaba nti kino tekikyalina gye kikola ki gye kidda ate oba atandise n'okuleeta oli mutabanyiwe era aba NRM ndowooza batuufu kubanga nawulidde aba NRM nga bagamba nti ate waakiri muzeeyo ono so bino byonna bubonero obukulaga ti ekiseera kikoze eki ekiseera kiweddeyo ffe tukyabalesewo obuteetegeka bwaffe n'olwekyo mbasaba era okukolera awamu sizze ku Unity Platform ku lwa ofiisi yokka njagala tutambulire ffe awamu ffenna bega ku bega atayagala okwegatta ye mulabe wa Uganda atayagala okwegatta ye mulabe tujja kutambulira wamu ffenna mu buzibu mu mirembe tujja kutambulira wamu ffenna tununule eggwanga lyaffe insha Allah so mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala omukama bampeera obuwanguzi musigale nga mukolera ddala emirimu egy'amaanyi mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala mwebale
He indeed deserved this standing ovation. You deserved it. Who would have done it better than what the Honorable retired Colonel Kizza Besigye? We want to thank you as the National Unity Platform. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. You've done us great. What is our mission? What do we intend to do as citizens of this country? Thanks for those great and strong words from a man of wisdom. We are so grateful. Clap for him. Join me to clap for the Honorable Dr. Kizza Besigye. Our president indeed said it. We are the leaders of the future, and the future is today. Who else can say it better than our president? Your Excellency, kindly allow me to invite the Honorable Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba, the Deputy President for the Central Region, to make a few remarks and invite you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
People power, power. Mukongeremu bali abalika akatuli ku mutwe bekwate mu byenda. People power, our power. Mbategedde nnyo. Mr. President, sir, the First Lady, Comrade Dr. Colonel Kizza Besigye, my brother the Lord Mayor, and the party president of the FDC, Comrade Deputy President, colleagues, members of Parliament, the party leadership of NUP led by our very able Secretary General, Comrade Lubongoya, to you, comrade leaders from across the country. Mr. President, allow me in a special way recognize two special humans in our midst for your attention and the attention of this honorable gathering. One of them is a former member of Parliament. He's just joined NUP. He's a very special person. Comrade Paul will rise for the attention of this house. Former member of Parliament. He was in the NRM. He will never go back to NRM. He said so. He's with NUP. Mr. President, the spirit of NUP is a very wild spirit. When it catches you, you cannot recover. Those two honorable gentlemen are people power spirited, Mr. President. Mr. President, when you first invited us here sometime last year to make it known to all and sundry that the NUP will be housed here, I made the remarks in the boundaries of we are no longer a whirlwind. And I said, if NUP is a whirlwind, I want to be part of that whirlwind. Mr. President, whoever thought that NUP is a whirlwind was hallucinating. Or it's no more. But we know, Mr. President, that there were words derived from envy. Omanyi bannaffe bali ne rent zibasasula babagoba ne muli abeena ale basasula ne rent era manyi bwabadde bujja. You see, yesterday the president was very angry about the actions of the regime stopping us from accessing our premises. But I calmed him down. I told him, look, Mr. President, the Monitor newspaper on Tuesday published an article on its front page, namely that 30% of Ugandans hover between insanity and madness. And I contend that that sample was taken from the SFC and the police of the 30%. And a part of it from sections of the Aero Brigade. Ebitundu asatu ebyabalalubi bayogeddeko mu Monitor bireka okubanga byavuddemu abo abajega abo. Tosobola kubanga obwongo bwo buli wamu n'olemesa ekibiina ekiwandiise mu mateeka okugulawo ekitebe kyakyo. In the wisdom of General Museveni, as long as is some miles away from here, we cannot be around. We are one big country, and all of us can fit in this one country. We want today and onwards to send a strong message to Uganda. We shall do what we shall do as Ugandans. We don't need his permission and approval. We shall do it regardless. Mr. President, you gave me opportunity to lead the team in Parliament. The team is out of Parliament, and the Parliament is closed for that endeavor. We raise the threshold of demands to General Museveni and his murderers. abaana abo tebafiira bwemage. We are going to demand until there is full accountability and justice. Mr. President, waliwo musajjawo kansala jangu oyimirire wano wakati ono jangu. Jangu President yakulabe. Zaako banne kibooko nga balanga okukola ebyobujega. Comrade Kabako amazike gakuweddeko n'abyogabaawo. If it means whipping my members of parliament to be in line, I'll whip them like he did. They have no choice. That humble gentleman carries with him a non-hovering spirit that we must carry from today onwards in our work. Mr. President, this place is not just the headquarters of NUP, but is the spiritual headquarters of the People Power Movement from today onwards. Sikitebe butebe kya kibiina naye kyentabiro y'omutima gwa People Power ogutakola ki ogutafa okuva n'olwaleero. We shall therefore be gathering here to really recall, arouse that spirit, that never said thy spirit, a spirit of unity, of sacrifice, of nationalism, until our nation is recovered from the jaws of the tyrant.
For a story, one day nakuchalira eruzira nga bakuwanisa emida, and you challenged me. You said in our age wali Dr. mulungi nnyo ng'okola sente zo osobola okukolera mu nsi yonna yonna, but because of the pain that you had for our country, you got into the struggle, which was even more dangerous than the one we're involved in today. So it's because of you that I felt the challenge and I rose to the occasion to do what I'm doing, and be sure that it will not end on me, but I will continue that legacy and push it down so many generations to come. We salute you very much, sir, and may God grant you a long life so that one day you see your dreams come true through many people, including myself. Ladies and gentlemen, in the same way, I want to honor those senior comrades. Many of them, you've seen them here, Mzee Chibirige Mayanja, Mzee John Kendu Chamuzi, and many others that went ahead of us to pave way, to inspire us, and to spark that movement of change that has never stopped and will not stop until Uganda is free. Comrades, although we are today in a celebratory mood, balaba mwena muli basanyufu, muli mukujaguza, muli mukweyagala, kubanga muli waka. But allow me to request you today to use this day not just to celebrate but to reflect. Onakulayo tetulukozesa kujaguza bujaguza naye tufumiitirize, tulowooze waje tuvudde, biki bye tuyiseemu nawawe tuli. We are certainly not where we used to be. I mean, we are not where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be. Dr. Besigye yakyogeddeko bulungi nti kyetwayagala si kyo ekiriwo, naye ate we twali si we tuli, tulina we tutuuse. Tusi nti ne Musaba kati atya n'okutya okubeera mu kitundu mu mayiro 10 okutulinaana, agenda kutuuka ekiseera ng'atya okubeera mu ggwanga lyerimu naffe adduke. So today, I want us to use this day to meditate, to reflect, to think about the reasons why we got into this struggle. Mulowooze lwaki twayingira mu bintu bino eby'obulabe, lwaki twewaayo era lwaki tukyagenda mu maaso. Why do we paint the walls with fallen comrades in the far past and in the recent past? This should be a day for us to think about this journey, which has been a journey for not only liberating our country, but to transform it into a country that we can be proud to call home. Tetwagala just kugoba bugobi Museveni, no. Twagala kukyusa ensi yaffe nga tukozesa ebyobugagga by'ensi yaffe ne sente z'omusolo zettu waffe kennyini, tukyuse Uganda yaffe tugifuule Uganda eyeyagaza, Uganda ne bakadaama gye bajja okukomawo baleme kwagala kuddayo. That is a country that we want, ladies and gentlemen. We got onto that journey, and it has been a journey of pain and sacrifice. It has been a journey of constant lessons, a journey of constant growth, and we thank God that we are here today. So as we open this place, as we open this new headquarters, ladies and gentlemen, I request all of us to avoid having that sense of arrivalism, of completeness, because we are not there. It is not yet Uhuru. The job is not completed. Temberanga wano ne mulowooza twatuuka, temberanga wano ne muvimba. No, tetunnaba yadde okutunda kamu katundutundu k'olugendo gye tugenda. May this headquarters, ladies and gentlemen, be a monument for the struggle for freedom. A monument of all those that have come long before us, that have contributed to this struggle that we are leading today. And may it be a monument for those that have paid the ultimate price with their lives for the freedom of this country. Ebifaananyi awo ebyo twabiteekaawo bibeerenga bitujjukiza buli muntu yenna kufa abali wano n'abo abali ewala aligezaako okwagala okwesiruwaza. Tusaba atunulengako ebyo ebifaananyi amanye nti waliyo abaawaayo buli kye balina na buli kye bali okulaba ng'eggwanga lyaffe lino lituuka gye lirina okutuuka. If there's anything to guide us, let those noble memories guide us, ladies and gentlemen. This Comrade Yasin Kauma, Rita Nabukenya, Dan Cheyune, Banji Nyo. They no longer exist with us physically, but they exist and they are tattooed on our hearts. We shall always remember them. We shall always salute them. We shall always respect them. We shall always think about them. So, brothers and sisters, again, I want you to know that what we are opening today, this, our new headquarters, is certainly not the best headquarters. Mwena mwalabe ekifaananyi kye twasooka okubalaga kyanjawulo ku bizimbe bino bye tulina. Wano twali twagalawo floors na nyingi nnyo. So this is not what we want. We want it bigger and better than here. But this that we have should be seen as a command post for the struggle for the liberation of our country, for us and as NUP and all other forces of change. So again, we must not relax. We must never ever relax. Tetuzikizanga, temuzikizanga bachali bange paka nga tutuuse gye tulina okugenda. With the little resources that we receive compared to the challenges and problems that we have, this is what we've been able to put up just as a glimpse. Ngappa kubira tochi in a new Uganda. Chiche tusobola okukola nga tusoloza sente z'omusolo nga tezibbibwa. What can we do with the taxpayers' money? All the trillions, what can we do? What shall we be able to do with the oil that we have in Uganda, with the gold that we have in Uganda, but most importantly, with the current taxpayers' money that we have in Uganda? So this is just a small example, ladies and gentlemen, and with the guidance of God and with your support, when we finally kick Museveni out, free our country, and we are in charge of your country. Man, oh man. Comrades, also in the spirit of unity, I want to use this opportunity not only to salute our comrades in the struggle that are with us today, but also to call upon them, like we are calling upon all of you, to embrace the spirit of unity. We can never do this alone. Na chibagamba olunaku lumu ebugiri mu 2017, was it 2018? Nabagamba nti ekibiina kyonna bwe kirowooza nti kisobola kyokka kyokka oba namunigina okuwonya Uganda eno okuginunula kiba kyerimba. Batuwagidde nnyo baganda bange, buli woyita bayimba National Unity Platform, bayimba People Power, naye tetusobola kikola feka, tulina kikola na buli omu. Ate sijja si bakulembeze bokka, abanaddiini, abasomesa, abalala abekolera emirimu egyabwe. Everybody has a role to play. I am very happy nti bannange mukoze omulimu gwammwe. Abaana ba boda simanyi bwe nyinza beebaza, abasomesa simanyi bwe nyinza beebaza, bamakanika simanyi bwe nyinza beebaza, abayimbi bannange simanyi bwe nyinza beebaza, ne bannabitone byonna mukoze omulimu ogw'amaanyi. Let us continue working together, but most importantly, let us lead by example. Let us lead by example, ladies and gentlemen. Mwe abana ba People Power namwe aba NUP, Katonda watutadde atuchallenges buchallenges. This love that has been shown to us by our comrades is supposed to humble us. Okwagala kuno kubatuwadde tekugezanga kone kukuwanika amampati wabula njagala kukukakkanye. Njagala mmanye nti batuchallenges era nse tunuulidde bukulembeze ekibwe tu offeringa first and foremost to promoting a unity. Dr. Besigye akyogeddeko, sisobola kiddamu kwenkana perfection gyakyogeddemu, ne munzikirize nange nga teddoboozi lyange ku bigambo bye nti omuntu yenna alwanyisa abalwanira eddembe okwatagana ye mulabe number 1 mu preaching a unity. Ate omuntu yenna yena bw'alaba ng'omusana mumuwaanirize n'emikono ebiri nga mujanjudde bwe muti. Omuntu yenna bw'akeeranga ku makya n'alaba nti ddala ekituufu kye tulina okugobererwa, ekikyamu tekinagobererwa, mumwanirize. Togambanga nti nze ndikawo kadda, buli omu mumwanirize. Uganda wange Big I, in a very special way, I want to welcome you. This is our country. We are a young population and we can do so much. Thank you. Welcome, brother.
wali olutala awo mu kufuluma yawo awo
Somebody had to speak for us. People thought I had the loudest voice. Again, one more confident time.
This year's presidential election could see 71-year-old President Museveni serve a fifth term in office.
No leader has ever handed over power peacefully. This is a military regime dressed in a civil facade.
We have the Honorable Bobby Wine with us.
As a matter of fact, I will now approve the rest.
Olutalo yale
Why is my husband held in a military barracks? If I could see him, then I would know what I am actually dealing with.
Our Bobby should be released.
I would rather represent the resilience of Ugandans. We stand for equality and dignity for everybody. We are non-violent, and we continue to preach non-violence.
I am not a criminal. I am a presidential candidate.
Nothing will stop him.
We must get our freedom or we shall die trying. We are fighting for freedom.